right, this is the practice problem video for 9.4, circles and arcs. So let's start out with writing out the formulas for area and circumference of a circle, because we're going to need it for pretty much every problem here. Area is pi times radius squared, and circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. All right, so looks like for 1 and 2, we need to draw a picture and find the area and the circumference. So let's start out by drawing the picture. So here's a circle and has a radius of 5. Okay, so we need to find the area and the circumference. So if I want to find the area, just going to be pi times 5 squared, and we need to find our answer in the nearest tenth. So let's do 5 squared, that's 25. So area is equal to pi, which is 3.14 times 25. So let's pull up our calculator here. 3.14 times 25, and we get 78.5. So there you go. There's your area. 78.5. Why don't you guys go ahead and find circumference? There's the formula for that. So all you need to do is substitute out 5 for the radius, and you're good to go. Number 2, let's draw the picture. A circle with a diameter. So a diameter is all the way across through the center of the circle. So this would be a diameter of 12.5, and I'll let you guys go from there. Number 3, find the missing part of the circle. Okay, so they give you the circumference. All right, so the circumference formula is 2 times pi times radius, and they give you the answer, right? They give you the circumference. So this is going to go here, and we need to solve for the radius, okay? So what we're going to do is divide by 2, and that would give us 9 pi times radius. And then if we divide by pi, we'll have our radius. So let's pull up our calculator, figure this out. 9 divided by 3.14 equals 2.866. Let's call this 2.9. So there we go. Radius is 2.9 feet. All right, you guys can do the same here. This is area, and they need the diameter, okay? Find the circumference. That one should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so these ones we need to leave in terms of pi. These ones are actually a little bit easier, I think. So we're finding area. So area formula is pi times radius squared. And they gave us the diameter. And we know that radius is half the diameter. So the diameter is 20, then the radius is 10. Okay? So we substitute that out, get 10 squared. We square 10, that's 100. And so our answer is just 100 pi centimeters squared. All right, number 8. This one looks a little tricky, so we'll do this one also. So we need to find the area in terms of pi, and they give you the circumference. Okay, so formula for circumference is 2 times radius, or 2 times pi times radius, and they give you the circumference. So this is going to go in for C. So 24 pi is equal to 2 times pi times radius. All right, and if we want to figure out the area, okay, we need the radius. So we're going to solve for r. Okay, that just means we're going to divide by 2 pi on both sides. we divide by 2 pi. So these will cancel out, and we'll just be left with r on the right side. The pi over pi would cancel out, and 12 divided by 2 is, or sorry, 24 divided by 2 is 12. So there's your radius, and now you need to put that back into the area formula, pi times radius squared, and you're good to go. So area is equal to 3.14 times 12 squared. 12 squared is 12 times 12, which is 144. So your answer, because we're leaving this in terms of pi, is just going to be 144 pi centimeters squared. Okay. All right, now we're looking into arcs. So we need to draw the following. So we're going to draw a circle. All right, and with arc measure AB, that's 50 degrees. Okay, so, and a radius of 4. Okay, so let's start with a radius of 4. Okay, this is 4 centimeters, and arc AB. So we'll just go like that, A, B, and this would be 50 degrees. Easy as that. All right, you guys can do number 10. All right, moving on. Now we're naming some arcs by the given central angle. Okay, so angle 2, that's right here. So the central angle would be right here, arc VU, just like that. All right, and the major arc, remember major arc, we need to be, it has to be bigger than a semicircle, so it has to be labeled by 3 points. So arc, or sorry, for angle 1 is right here. So the major arc would be all the way around it like that. Okay, so we could label this with 3 of these points. So I'm going to go, you could label this HKI or HJI, doesn't matter. I'll do HKI. All right. 13, angle SQT. SQT would be this little one right here. And so we're looking for the arc. That would be arc TS. All right. You guys can do 14. Now we're doing kind of the opposite of this. We're naming the central angle given the arc. So if we have arc GJ, so that's right here, what would be the central angle? That would be angle 4. All right, I think you guys can do 17, 18, or 16 through 18. All right, 19, looking for the measure of this arc. We know that it's going to be the same as the measure of this interior angle. And so how can we figure this out? We know that all the way around a circle is 360 degrees. So if we want to figure out this part, all we need to do is 360 minus 45 minus 110 minus 115. Here we go. And you'll be left with this piece right here, which would be 90 degrees. All right, 20. We need to find the measure of arc UT. So that's right there. And we should be able to figure this out through our knowledge of vertical angles. So if this is 130, this angle right here is 130, we know that this is 130, which also means that this arc measure is 130 degrees as well. Okay. All right. I think you guys should be able to do 21 and 22 based on your knowledge of full circle is 360 and a half a circle is 180 degrees. That should be enough for you guys to do those. And the last few, we're finding the lengths of the arcs. So remember, our formula there is theta over 360 times, remember this is length, so we're finding the circumference, so 2 times pi times radius. And remember, theta is just the degrees. Okay, so for 23, it's going to be 225 over 360 times 2 times pi times the radius, which is 10. And now we can just pull up our calculator here. Clear that out. 225 over 360 times 2 times pi. I'm going to do 3.14 times 10. And there we go, 39.25. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the directions. So we want to leave this in terms of pi. So I take it all back. Let's pull up our calculator. So let's do 225 over 360. Get out of the denominator times 2 times, I'll use the pi button here, times 10. And we're left with 25 pi over 2. Okay, kind of a weird answer, but it is the answer nonetheless. Gotta be okay with that. 25 pi over 2, and this is in terms of feet. And remember, this is, a distance here. So this is not feet squared. It's just a distance, so it's just feet. Okay. Next one here. Let's draw the circle out. Okay, so the radius is 11, and this is 150, so I'll go 150 degrees here. All right, and you guys should be able to solve that. These are pretty much the same. You're either just leaving in terms of pi like I did here, or you're getting the decimal equivalent. So even if you used the pi button like I did here, if you wanted the decimal equivalent from here, you could just hit this key here, the double arrow key, and it gives you the decimal equivalent. So you'll want to use that for 25 and 26. Okay, hopefully this video helped you get started with this one. If you still need help, come see me on Google Meet or have your advisor call me and I'll come to your classroom. All right, good luck.